Question number 4 for April 2022. The question reads, in the context of labor remuneration, summarize 5 conditions necessary for successful operations of incentive scheme. Condition necessary for successful operations of incentive scheme. Number 1, we can talk of trust and confidence from the people involved. Trust and confidence. You say that the success of incentive plan depends on the existence of an atmosphere of trust and confidence of workers and management, Number 2, we can talk of no scope of bias and favorism. No scope of bias and favorism. And not going to favor anyone. They say that the standard set under the incentive. The standard set under the incentive plan should be based on objective analysis. Should be based on objective analysis. Number 3, we cannot talk of sound system of evaluation. Sound system of evaluations and talk of a perfect system of evaluations that employees' performance should be created by organization. Employees' performance should be created in the organizations. And then lastly, number 4, we can talk of consensus required or the agreement. Consensus required. Say that the management should not take a unilateral decisions while evolving an incentive plan, incentive scheme. Then number B, in a factory, 3 processes are employed. The output of process 1 or process A is transferred to process B, and the output of process B to process C. It has been the experience that the wastage of process A is 2%, process B is 5%, process C is 10%. The scrap value of wastage in the process A and B is 200. It is both at 200 shillings per unit. While process C wastage is 500 shillings per unit. The expenses incurred in the month we are given as such. Then we are told that in the process A, 5,000 units of material added were purchased at for 10 million. This is 10 million. 10 million. The output of each process was as follows. We have been given the output, that is B. And then this is they are in that order, A, B, C. Then required have to process 1, process A, process B, process C. Now, at this point we discussed it's just simple. We can start with process A. Process A, the same format remains. So for preparing our process costing, we have particulars. We have the quantity, price, amount, particulars. Also on the credit side, particulars, quantity, price, and amount. You can have map something like that. The amount we are putting in thousands. Amount is in thousands. Now let's start the material that were added to the material added. Material added were 5,000 at, we have this is 10 million. Then we have material, is the direct material. Now we have 10 million, we also put it there. Then we have wages. Wages is 5 million. We have manufacturing expense. Manufacturing expense is 3 million. Overhead. Overhead is what? 2 million. Now let's calculate the normal loss. Normal loss. We are told that normal loss is 2%. Now 2 over 100 we multiply by 5,000. 2 over 100, 2 divided by 100 multiplied by 5,000, we get 100 units. Now here normal loss is 100 units, and they are disposed at what? Remember we are writing thousands, therefore disposed at 200 shillings. I'm going to put 0.2 200 divided by 1,000, 0.2. Now 10, 100 multiplied by 0.2, we have 20. That is 20, the amount. Now normal output or normal production. Normal production. You have 5,000 minus 100. You get 49. Then the output, actual output, the one that we are given, it is 45. Now we have the difference, that is 400, that is abnormal. Abnormal what? Abnormal loss. Now abnormal loss we credit because it's the loss that we didn't anticipate. Abnormal loss, which is 400 units. Therefore we can determine the cost per unit cost per unit, which is equal to total cost minus scrap, everything of normal productions. Therefore, we can get the total cost, that is 10. That's times 2, we have 20 plus 5,000 plus 5,000. We have 30. We have 30. In that case, we are going to have 30,000 minus 20 divided by 4,900. Here we have the output to process what? Process 2, process B, which was 45. Now we have 30,000 minus 20. The answer we divide by 4,900. We have 6.1184. 6.1184. We can multiply that by 4,500. We see what we get. We get 27,533. Multiply by 400. We get 247. We get 2447. When we add, have 20 plus 2447 plus 27,533, we get 30. It is balancing, and here when we add 100 plus 400 plus 4,500, we get 5,000 units. Equally, it is also balancing. Now we can say that the process A is complete. We can proceed to process B. We do the same. Our process B, have particulars, quantity, price, amount, particulars, quantity, price, amount. Okay, now we start with what? Input from process A. It was 4500. Then we multiply, we got 27,533. It was 6.1184. Okay, then we proceed with the data we have been given here. We are told that material, we add material. For process B, it was 8,000. We have wages. It was 4,000. Manufacturing expense was 3,000. We have overhead. We had 2,000. Then we do the same normal loss. Normal loss. We are told that normal loss for process B is 5%. 5 over 100 we multiply by 45. Of 5 divided by 100 we are multiplying by 4,500. We have 225. Now normal loss, it's 225, and then the cost price is 0.2. Multiply by 0.2, have 45. Then we have normal what? Normal production. Normal production, we have 4500. We multiply minus 225. 4500 minus 225. We have 4275. Actual productions or output we have been given. Given actual production, it was 4400. 4400. We have a negative, which is abnormal what? Abnormal gain. Of how much? Minus 4400. 125. 125 is abnormal gain. Abnormal gain is 125. Output to process C, we have it is 4400. Now at that point we can find the total cost to get the cost per unit is 27,533 plus 8,000 plus 7,000 plus 2,000. Now in that case you are going to have 44,533 minus 45. We divide by 4275. This is minus 45. The answer we divide by 4275. We get 10. 1040 65. Multiply by 125. Here we get 130001. Multiply by 4400. We get here 45. 788.8. This is at 10.465. When we add plus 45, this point you are going to get 45,834. Okay, and this way we get a 44,533 plus 130001. Get 45. Also this one you get 45,834. Is balancing the amount to 25 plus the units for 40. We had 4625, 4625, and then 4500 plus 125, we get 4625. Then eventually process C, the last one. Process C, we do the same. We have the particulars, quantity, price, amount, particulars, quantity, price, amount. Okay, we start with the now input. Input from process B. Process B, which was how much we had for 40 units. And what here 45,788.8. And then here 10.465. Then we insert the data that we have been given. We hit material. Material, it was 6,000. Wages, it was 3,000. Manufacturing, it was 1000. Overhead, it was 500. We can compute normal loss. Normal loss, it is, we are told normal loss is 10%, right? 10 over 100, we are multiplying by 4400, which is, in case this one for that, 440. Now, normal loss is 440 being disposed at the 500 shillings. You divide by 1000, you get 0.5. Therefore, 440 multiplied by 0.5 have 220. Curve here as 220. Sorry. Okay, then normal productions. Normal production, we do the same. It's 440 minus 440, 4,400. 4,400 minus 440, we have 3960. Actual output we are given as 3500. We have the abnormal loss minus 3500, 460. Now we have here abnormal loss of 560. Therefore, it becomes easier now for us to compute the total cost. We should have the total cost minus scrap. Now you're just going to establish the total cost. Finished. Finish the product. To finish the product, which is 3,500. Therefore, we can just take 45,788.8 plus 10,000. If you take 6,000 plus 3,000 plus 1,000 plus 500, the answer we have 56,288.8 minus 440. Sorry, to 20. Everything we are dividing 3960 minus 220. Divide by 3960, we have 14.1587. Now that one we multiply by 460. Here we are getting 6513. Then we do the same, we multiply that figure. $56,288.8 minus 20 divided by 3960 multiply by 3,500. Here we have 49. $555.8, or just 6 if you round up to a whole number to be 0.6. Therefore, this we are adding 6513 plus 220. We get 56,288.8 0.75, which is just 0.8. The same case we had here, 56 to 88.8. We realize that the both sides are balancing. If you try to balance the quantity for 40 plus 460 plus 3500, here we are getting 4400, which balances with this one 4400. Now, the process costing makes sure that both sides of debit and credit are balancing both the units and the amount, just the way we have done in process A. This one balanced 30 and that one is 30, the quantity balanced. Process B, same, we had the amount balancing and the quantity also balancing, and eventually process C, we are getting the same. That's how the question ought to be done to scoop the entire 20 marks for process costing equation. Thank you.